everyone, so I'm here to tell you about my tech tip, which was Booktrack Classroom. Booktrack Classroom is a site that has sound effects or background music while reading a book that is on this site. Students and teachers can use it, and it's completely free for both of them. So you can use it in your classroom, or you can have the students go home and read a portion of a book or whatever. It's pretty easy to use. There's a tutorial video right here if you really need it. You can sign up with your Gmail account, which is what I did. It's pretty easy. A lot of big name colleges have recommended this site. As you can see, NYU really likes it, so it's a lot of prestigious colleges think it's pretty awesome. 17% of students said that they had an increase in comprehension. It helps students better process what they are reading and make deeper connections to the text, and 30% of students had an increase in engagement. Students read for 30% longer and reported 35% higher satisfaction when reading with Booktrack, so that's pretty cool. If you have a student that isn't really excited about reading, this would be a good way to just get them excited about it. Over here we have some reviews from actual teachers. Kate Baker right here, she's a high school teacher, and if you read this review, she really likes it. So this site is not only used for children, but it's also used for high school students, so a lot of different people can use it. You can use this site in a lesson plan as well. You can use it with informational text. Like I said, it helps make deeper connections with the text. So if you're teaching a history lesson, reading a history book, the students can really actually understand what's happening. You can use it with literature, read-alouds, and creative writing. One cool tool that this site offers is that students can actually go in, they can type in their work, and then add music and sound to their own stories. So it's another way to customize their own writing. What I want to do now is show you all the different books that you can read through with this site. There are a lot of books on here that I read when I was a child, and there are some that I have never seen before. There are some fantasy books and some that are actually informative. So that's really, really awesome. What I wanted to do was read Cinderella. It used to be on here, but for some reason it's not, and I'm really bummed out because Cinderella is my favorite Disney character. But we are going to read The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. I'm sure a lot of you know this book. As we go through this book, I'm sure you can notice how the music really affects your reading. It helps you actually focus on what's happening. Chapter 1, The Cyclone. Dorothy lived in the midst of the great Kansas prairies with Uncle Henry, who was a farmer, and Aunt Em, who was the farmer's wife. Their house was small, for the lumber to build it had to be carried by wagon many miles. There were 4 walls, a floor, and a roof, which made one room. And this room contained a rusty-looking cooking stove, a cupboard for the dishes, a table, 3 or 4 chairs, and the beds. So, I don't know about you, but I think this site is very useful for your future students. I'm more of a visual learner, so the music could possibly distract me from what I am reading. But if you have a student that is more of an auditory learner, I think that this site would be really amazing for you to use for them. Even if the student isn't an auditory learner and they don't like the background music, you could just mute it and the student could go through and read it by themselves. You could use this in big group instruction and just read the book to the students. So it's a really useful tool, and I think it's really awesome. I don't know if you do, but I think you should definitely give it a try. That's all I have, and thanks for listening.